Testing, testing, one, two, three. What's up, guys? Long time no see, and I owe you an explanation. So, first of all, I just want to start by saying thank you for watching this video. I wanted to come on here and kind of explain how I've been doing for the past 7 months almost, which is crazy. If you're new here, my name is Fane Sharif. Thank you for tuning in. I documented my prep this year, my prep started in January, but I started recording things in like February when I was maybe like 16-ish weeks. I don't know. Anyways, I think my last video was about a week out or maybe 2 weeks out, and I think I was like packing for my show, which was pretty exciting. So yeah, I will let's just start from there. So I competed this year at the Maryland Muscle and Maryland State Championships show. Yes. Okay. So I competed there June 28th, so the end of June, and I had a great time at my show. Like I I love show day. I love competing. I absolutely destroyed my previous look from the year before, which is exactly what I wanted to do. I didn't place how I wanted to place. I did place fourth, so that didn't land me a national qualification or anything like that. But I am not, or I was not, never have been upset about that at all. I loved my look from like my hair. I think I would change my hair a little bit. I think I would like, I would do like extensions instead of wearing a wig because I wore a wig for my show. So I would do that instead. That's the only thing I would change. My suit, the tan, my posing, um, my conditioning was on point. Like I looked like a completely different person. I never thought I could look like that. So I was extremely happy with that. Like, oh my gosh. I'll put pictures up from that. So that was a really great experience for me. My coach came out from Texas, so that was awesome to like see her and see how she works and how she like pays so much close attention to me on my show day and even like obviously the days leading up to the whole prep really, but just seeing her in action on show day and the day before when she was there, like, and just like I don't know, it was awesome. Like I wouldn't change a thing except for my hair. I'm gonna go with extensions next time. So with that said, after I placed fourth, my coach did ask if I wanted to do another show, and I did not want to do another show to try to qualify. Um, the reason being is that I had quite a bit of travel coming up and life things going on. So I didn't want all of that stuff to interfere with the prep. I didn't want to have to deal with all of the stress that comes with traveling during prep because even though you can travel and prep, it's still stressful to do so. I opted out of not doing another show and just calling it quits after that. Not quits, but like calling the season. And I'm really happy with that decision. My feedback was to grow, basically. And I kind of knew that would probably be it because just to take a little peek back, my competing history, I've prepped every single year since 2021. So 2021, I did my first show in November. 2022, I did two shows back to back. 2023, I prepped again, but I didn't get on stage. In 2024, I prepped, did a show, and after that show is when I switched to my current coach. And of course, I did a show this year. So I haven't really had time to take a very intentional off season and take the time to grow and put on size and do all the things that I need to do in order to get to my ultimate goal, which is to turn pro at some point. So, with that said, we've decided that I would take a year. I think it'll be a year and a half ish off or something like that. I don't know. But I don't plan to compete again until 2027. I'm not sure if it'll be like if I'll start a prep at the beginning of 2027 or if it'll be in the middle of 2027. But the plan is to not do a show until 2027. So I have plenty of time to, deal with life things and grow and like just spend time in an off season growing intentionally and putting on the size that I need. So I'm really excited about that because I've grown to really love training now that I have a plan that is like catered to me and what I need to work on. And I have a coach that is helping me, to push me in that training, even though it's online, like she's online, like she still is pushing me. Like when I send in my videos and all that stuff, I'm getting really good feedback on like how I can, push myself more. So I'm really excited for this growth season. I'm really excited for the time off, and to really just grow. So yeah, I just wanted to give you that little update as to what I'll be doing, how my show day went, where I placed. And like I said, I'll put some pictures up, or I might have already put some up like when I edit this video. And I'll do some videos too in the background as well. So yeah, I'm really happy with, my look and, how everything turned out. So yeah, I am looking forward to this off season. Um, right now, I am in a bit of a cut, and then we will go into a growth phase after that cut. I have no idea how long the cut will be. I just started it the day after Thanksgiving. So 2 weeks ago? Exactly 2 weeks today. Yeah. Because today's December 12th. Yep. So 2 weeks ago, I started my cut, and I don't know how long it'll be, but that's the plan for right now. So let's talk about the reverse. As many competitors know, reversing can be very, very difficult. It was very difficult for me. I will say that for sure. So, I guess after my show, I got my reverse diet. Everything was fine. I had a little episode, 4th of July, which was like 2 weeks after. And then, oh no, not 2 weeks after, it was the following week. And then the week after that, I went on vacation. Now, typically, it's not a good idea to go on vacation that close to like after your show, simply because like you have all the temptation, you have like your hormones are all over the place, your hunger hormones anyway are all over the place. And it could be very difficult to navigate that with like, everything that's going on. And this was a group trip, a group beach trip that we take with our friend group every year. So it comes every year. Like I know that it's happening. There's that. I don't recommend going on vacation after your show. I did go in with a plan, and I felt very confident in that plan for my beach trip. But for some reason, I just could not control myself. Like I would have like my meals or whatever, and then I would have, a lot of snacks that were around the house. I still went to the gym during that time. I found a really great gym at the beach, and I trained there. I did my cardio. I definitely got all my steps being at the beach. And but I still, just trying to really navigate, those hormonal changes and things like that. And it was just a lot. So I really that vacation is when things really started to go downhill. So I come back from vacation. I don't know how many pounds up I am. I'm too many pounds up, basically. And I am talking to my coach, obviously it's not the ideal situation. I'm really, really trying to stay on track, get back on plan, which I do. I get back on plan. However, I cannot stop snacking. Like it felt like, I don't know, if I felt like it was like out of body experience where I would just black out and just like snack on things. Even if it was in the house, I would go out and get it. I would consciously go out and get it, knowing that I shouldn't. So like, here's how the scenario would go. I would like go for a walk to get steps, and I would go to the store, because I live in an urban area, like there's stores everywhere. I would go to the store and I would get things that I shouldn't have, and I would walk around and I would eat them. And I would eat all of the things. Like, yeah, it was, I don't want to go into any more detail on that, but I definitely had a hard time with snacking, binging. I would even call it binging because I definitely did not feel like I was myself when I was doing that. And obviously, my coach knows about it or knew about it. And she tried really hard to help me stay on track and just like remind me that, like, you need to stop doing this. This is going to set you, you need to take this seriously so you can, set yourself up for your next prep in a couple years. So, it's not, it would, it, I don't know what the hell was wrong with me. Like, it was very scary. It was very scary. I'm being so serious. Um, and I struggled a lot with that. For maybe, let's see, July and most of August, I think I kind of chilled out. Like, I started to really reel back on everything and lock in a little bit better in August, like right around my birthday, which was the end of August. And I did some travel at that point too. So it was a lot to navigate. I definitely, like, um, and that was really difficult. It was difficult for me to talk to anybody about. It was embarrassing, to be honest. Like, you had all this discipline and now, like, you can't. But I made it through. I was very consistent after that with, my diet and everything like that, my steps, my cardio. I was always on top of my cardio and steps and stuff like that, but it was just the excessive snacking. I'm glad I got out of it. I wish I could have gotten myself out of it sooner, but I mean, at this point, it is what it is. Like, I'm locked in now. So I'm now on a cut, and this cut, like I said, I do not know how long it's gonna be for. I don't even know how many pounds I'm supposed to lose. But I started a couple weeks ago. It's been going fine, besides the fact that weight is not moving the way that I want it to. I did have some issues with sleep last week, and now, like, um I got my period, so, like, even like this week, my check-in, like, my weight went up quite a bit, like the normal, like, 3.5-ish pounds. So that was really annoying. But we're still moving along, pushing along, you know, doing all the things. Hopefully next week we'll see things move, or this week to next check-in, we'll see some things move and see some difference in my body composition. And this cut is really to just improve my body composition before I go into a growth phase, which will start whenever, excuse me, it'll start whenever my coach wants me to start that. Um, so yeah, that is kind of where I am right now. And um, I think I would like to continue to make videos as I go through this cut, as I go through my growth phase and things like that. I do want to get back on YouTube and do all that stuff because I enjoyed documenting my prep and stuff like that. Even though, like, I don't really have that many views, but it's not really about the views. It's more so about just sharing my story. Um, Maybe someone will watch it and think it's interesting. But so I wanted to talk a little bit about my training and how that has been going. It's been going great. I did have a week where I did like a rest week, where I just, like, didn't train for an entire week. I think what happened is that, like, there was one time I went in the gym and I was just like, I don't know, I was like mad anxious. Like, I went into the gym to train and then I was just like, I can't, like, I have to leave. I don't know what was going on, but I guess I needed a break. So my coach recommended that I take a break for a week, and that was great. Like, um I haven't really done that. I've been consistently training for a long time. Um I mean, I've had, like, breaks that were unintentional. when I dealt with like health things and other stuff from like my past seasons. But other than that, I haven't taken an intentional break where I just kind of didn't train. Um, so that went well. Other than that, training has been really great. I am really feeling strong. I'm really pushing myself. I have a lot of goals in the gym, like in terms of like increasing weights on certain lifts and stuff like that. And that's been really motivating me to meet those goals. Um, there are exercises that I used to hate that I'm starting to like. Um, I'm looking at you, Bulgarian split squats. I am starting to like those. That's really interesting because for a long time I hated them, couldn't do them right. But I've been really loving training. I've been really pushing myself as much as I can. I know that I can push myself harder. I've been told that I can push myself harder. So I will be working to do that. Um, right now, I am training like 2 days on and 1 day off. So I'll do like upper day, a lower day, upper day, lower day, rest day, and then repeat upper, lower, rest, upper, lower, rest. And I have 3 different upper days that I rotate and 3 different lower body days that I rotate. There is a really big emphasis on glutes, specifically glute med for me. Really the whole glute, but like I do a lot of glute med stuff. Like I do a lot of glute med kickbacks. I do a lot of abductors. So I'm doing a lot of things. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really feeling strong. I'm really feeling capable. I'm getting good feedback from my coach. And I also feel like, I don't know, I was thinking the other day about like when I first signed on with my coach and how I trained and like some of the lifts that I would like film and like send and how they've like evolved over just 1 year. Um, and that's pretty cool to see. Like maybe I should do like a side by side, like pick a lift and do like a side by side of like what it looked like last year, what I sent her last year versus what I sent recently this year. That could be like a cool video to kind of compare how I've changed and how I've developed and matured in my training, I guess. But yeah, I'm really loving training, honestly, and I think you know that's a huge thing because I'm going to be in this growth phase for quite a or I'm going to be in a growth phase. I'm in an improvement season to try to grow. So you have to love training in order to be a bodybuilder because you're building your body like 90% of the time, and then like that other 10% you're you know in prep losing body fat. So I'm really happy with where I am with my training. I'm excited to push even more in a growth phase once I am out of my cut and see how things go from there. Hey guys, so I realized I didn't close out this video, so I just wanted to show some pictures and videos from show day. The first picture was from peak week. I had a really good pump on my shoulders. It was awesome. The rest of the, footage is from show day. So I have some pictures and videos, and things like that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more YouTube videos that I will have in the future. Thanks for watching.
Second place, 77, Erica Trotter. And our winner is number 81, Emily Louise Escobar.